this is supposed to get. That is pretty damn wet. It's all damp inside, but this the spots where it's definitely, you can see it's darker. Oh, yeah, big mess in here. Coming back from the privy. It's still standing, so that's a good sign, I guess. So you couldn't just let me sleep in the shelter last night?
You did or didn't?
No, you made me set up my tent.
Yeah.
And it rained all fucking night. Oh my God.
It barely drizzled. It drizzled last night. It drizzled.
Oh my gosh. Then I'm.
About half the night, I guess.
Yeah, it was just drizzle.
If that's drizzle, I don't know if that
I didn't even put
tent's
my
gonna.
vestibules out.
I don't even know if that tent's gonna make it through rain if that's drizzle.
I didn't even put my vestibules.
Well, I didn't get wet, but the inside's wet.
Yeah,
That's condensation.
Put breathing
That's
in
you need.
I
to
think
hold your
there's
breath.
more than condensation. There was like a dark spot.
You need to like hold your breath.
Yeah.
Don't breathe as much.
I don't know. That was more than drizzle.
Where's Wayne?
Oh, not feeling so good about the whole tent situation this morning. I showed Birdman the pictures of the inside where it was dark in my tent. He thinks that might have wet out, even though it wasn't wet. We also, him and the other couple in camp were saying, you know, that wasn't a hard rain, that was a drizzle. Well, I thought it was raining. Definitely heard it raining. But they seem to think that if I get a hard rain, that's not gonna hold up. So, I think I'm probably gonna go to divorce court when I ask Tony to send back my tent as soon as he gets it. So I sent it out 2 days ago. I'll probably get it 2 days. Maybe if I'm in Delville, get my shot. I don't know. Send it back. I really like the lightness of this one, but this morning it's not so light because I'm carrying a pound of water with the tent because it's soaked. And the sun comes out, I'm gonna open it up and let it dry out. I would have slept in the shelter last night, but the guys are like, "Oh, set up your tent and try it." And didn't think it was gonna rain. And then the kid who slept in the shelter, he was getting service, so he said 30% chance. Started at midnight and it rained off and on. Luckily, this morning when I was up at 5:30, it wasn't raining. So I really like not carrying that extra pound and a half. I can feel the difference. But I can't depend on always getting a spot in the shelter because I'm slow. And when the mosquitoes come, you're not going to want to sleep in the shelter anyways. Because you're going to get bit. So, not a great morning. Show the wet trail. Oopsie. I don't know what I'm getting. 'Cause I'm holding this stick over my shoulder. Have my phone attached to my trekking pole. We have an 18-mile day to, I forget what shelter, but the guys left like 10 minutes ahead of me and they'll beat me to the shelter by like 2 hours. I'm gonna get ready to call Tony. It's only 7, so I'm gonna wait like a half an hour. Oh, I don't even get service, so I can't even freaking call him now. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll get service later tonight. I would really like somebody to talk to. Some of it looks new. Some of it doesn't. I could use some sunshine today to brighten my mood. Oh, don't look, it's happening now. Just climbed a hill, almost to the top of one. Just talked to Tony when I had service. I told him to just send the other fucking tent back when he gets it. And I also wrote to Six Moon Design and asked them what they thought of the pictures. And then I text Glacier, who has the same tent, sent him pictures. He said he'll be at Angel's Rest tomorrow. He said that didn't look good. So he also said that a mouse chewed through the floor of his tent last night to get food, which he said was stupid because the door was open. They could have come through it. So kind of made me laugh on a miserable day. I've been going super slow. Stopped to cry at Tony. Stopped to text Glacier and email Six Moon when I had service. I've only gone like 3 miles today so far. And it's, I don't know, 9 o'clock. A couple hours have passed. I think I left camp at 7. Whew. This was a good spot to stop and drink coffee. It seems like it's the last water for a while, so just check out my cold Starbucks. And I'm gonna enjoy this for a minute. I should have the tent, but there's no sun here to let it dry. Bummer. So taking the time to stop and make coffee makes everything better. Even if it's cold coffee. Drank my coffee and I put on that playlist, oopsie, that Nick had me make. That I only first started listening to yesterday. So a little Elton John, a little Three Dog Night, a little Rascal Flatts. Day's looking up. I have stopped and debated the tent dilemma. So at one point I bought the Copper Spur UL1, decided it was too small. Now I'm thinking, maybe I'll get the UL1 again. I'll save a little under a pound. But it packs down smaller, which is a big savings. So that's what I will research next. Instead of having Tony send the 2 home, the 2 back. You know, by the end of this journey, I'm gonna have freaking 5 freaking tents, 1 for each of my kids, to sit in their closet. But that's just my thoughts. And you know, when you're alone in the woods, you can sing all the wrong words as loud as you want, and nobody cares. Which is about what I'm doing. I figure I'm scaring off the animals too, at the same time. Carry on. A little break in the Jackson 5 to show you. Looks like I'm going out onto a field. I know Niday Shelter's in like 6, and then the one I'm going to is 5 after that. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's sunny out here. I might have to take my jacket off. I assume the trail goes this way because I don't see it that way. And I see a path ahead of me. Nice house over there. Definitely gonna put down my pack and take off my Mont Bell rain jacket that has zip pits that I wear a ton. It's like a windbreaker, so I've already taken the smart wool off under it. Now I just have a tank top under it. My pants rolled up. I have to put my baseball cap on too. That's nice over there. Maybe I get service out here. Huh. Maybe I'll try to call my imaginary friends. That's why I have 3 battery packs. So I can call people and talk to them as I hike. It's like having a friend to hike with. I don't do well with activities without talking to people, I've discovered. It goes so much faster when you have somebody to talk to other than the screen on your phone. Oh, the birds up there, those eagles soaring. Down over into another field we go. Not a soul to be seen. I could die out here and nobody would find me. Remember, no funeral. Everybody goes to Fenway Park. You can wear your favorite baseball shirts. Doesn't have to be Red Sox. Prefer you wear Red Sox, but you don't have to. So I've decided to stop for a minute in this field and try to get some of the water off the tank. It's gotta be freaking heavy with all this water. So it would just be a breeze. Sun's out. I'm gonna take 10 minutes and try to draw this. Oh, there's a farmer up there. He's probably gonna wonder what the fuck I'm doing. So as I've been standing out here in the field, waving my tent around like a matador, here come the cows. I've been standing out here for like 15 minutes, waving it around, threw it on that pole, just using it like a parachute. I got a lot of the water off it. It's not totally dry, but maybe I'll stop somewhere else too. Probably all private land, I assume. Could rip down that little barn and sell the wood for more. That's across the street. Ooh, swampy. My luck today, I'll probably fall in it. There we go. So I was thinking, instead of doing Survivor again, that we all did at Aunt Charles, we could have a AT challenge, and you gotta like walk the logs. We were saying last night, filter water, run and set up your tent. You have all activities that you would have to do. Challenge. So I'm sure Birdman would tell us what all the flowers everywhere are, because he's works at a garden center. He's a horticulturist, however you say that, I don't know. He was telling us today. Along the trail, I think there's mustard greens, just like a whole bunch of stuff we could eat. Even these pink petals on trees. Yeah, I think I'll just take his word for it. Unless I pay money for those weeds like dandelion in the grocery store to throw in my shake. I'm probably not eating them. I'm afraid I'd eat the wrong thing and die. Oh, there's a pink tree over there. He said, I think that he could eat those petals. He said he was eating some yesterday. I don't know. I think I got enough food. I don't need to eat petals off trees. Well, the only thing that's tasting good to me lately is my oatmeal. I think I was hungrier a couple weeks ago. I had dinner last night and then ate an oatmeal. I had an extra bag of oatmeal. So I ate it. I could eat that for every meal. I keep saying I'm going to stop and soak my feet once a day, so I'm so far behind today. Hey, what are you doing here? Thought you were stopping at the other shelter. I'm so far behind, I decided to take a swim. Where the
Bathrooms and all that.
Yeah. So which one you going to now?
I'm going to the next shelter.
Is that like in 5? Yeah, you'll probably end up the one we're at, which is like further up. I don't know what that is. Maybe an old shelter. Just up the hill from where I was soaking my feet. 12:05. Oh, I guess I'm going this way. Must be an old shelter. The view here. Oh, I've been busy. It's 1:30. Probably not going to get to the shelter till like 5:30 now because I stopped and placed an order with REI for the Copper Spur single tent, which I've had before and I know it's small, but I figure it's a compromise. So I'm having that shipped in to Four Pines tomorrow, and then they didn't have the footprint, so I had to find a footprint on a different site and have that shipped in. 10 problems. I'm sure it's not the last 10 problem I'll have. This is pretty up here. Sorry, I'm just like panning through this fast. I just realized that I'm not paying attention to much today. All right, that's a Karen. That's the biggest Karen I've ever seen. They don't really make Karens out here, but I'll tell you by looking at me next to it, it's huge. Well, I'm not doing a good job, but it's very big. I don't know what it is. Forgot today's Patriots Day. Red Sox are playing early today, winning. And usually this is the Boston Marathon Day. April 19th. Pretty cool view. Mountains look a little bit different than what we've seen in the past. Ouch. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I think I have 6 or 7 miles left. This is what the phone went. I can't get through that with a phone in my hand. We're getting a little close to the edge here. The trail's going up here. Yeah, Tony, you wouldn't be doing this. There's the white blaze. Shit. And, whew. Whew. Go down here. Oh shit. I'm just walking on slanted rock. Try not to fall to my death. I'd hit a bunch of things before I fell. Whew. I had to stop and go in my food bag. I ate all my food for today and I still wanted something else. Since I only got one day to the hospital, I have extra food. So I ate another bag of banana chips, apple chips, that mix, nuts. So we're gonna follow this ridge line for a while. Walking sideways on the ridge line is killer. Especially on your right ankle. Because you're just having to go sideways on that ankle to keep yourself grounded. Looks like I have 0.9 more through this. Now that's the other side, so I'm in between. I'm between the two. So this is all sideways. Eastern Continental Divide. Oh, let's go to the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know where they're gonna put this shelter, but this, I'm 0.4 on the terrain. Not getting any easier. I've done 18.55 miles today in 9 hours and 46 minutes. It's, I think it's about 4:45. Usually when you get toward the shelter, you think the terrain is a little easier, because where are they gonna put that? Totally out of water, so I'm hoping I can hear water in the distance. And the notes on the shelter aren't real clear whether there's water there or not. But I'm sure there's something near. Could it be? It's actually the shelter. They're probably asleep already. In bed, had dinner. Don't worry, don't hold dinner for me.
We didn't, don't worry.
I knew you'd be here, even though you said you were stopping.
That trail is way too long. That's Jake from Virginia Tech. Hi.
Hi, Jake from Virginia Tech. Where's Birdman? He's sleeping?
Yeah, I think he did. No, he's getting water.
Oh, how far's the water?
I don't know. It's that
Oh,
way.
please tell me.
We generally carried it in from that.
I was going to, but I tried to get it, and it was like green moss, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like, fuck that.
In the first shelter we stayed in, the Smokies, I had left a
Quinoa
Snicker bar in my
beans
little
up.
pouch on my shoulder strap and forgot it. I didn't realize I had it in there.
Look, we got another fire.
And they ate right into it.
He's boiling and boiling again.
You just added
Guess
cheese.
that's what I could have done to save the gas, right? Just throw it on there.
Could have.
But not all of them have that grate.
If they don't have the grate, prefer on the ground anyways.
You can just put it right in the...
Yeah.
It might be more work for me to start a fire, though.
Well, we did keep him around and did the fires for us.
Right.
I told him if he's going to be at the next place, I'm bringing hot dogs.
All right, what are we going to bribe him with? S'mores and hot dogs?
S'mores and hot dogs. we did.
Okay.